Welcome to Farm Delight _TV. Today we are here for another live edition. Today is another Tuesday, and we are here to bring you another live edition. Before we start everything, we take this opportunity to thank our faithful subscribers and viewers who has been supportive all this while, growing the channel together. All that I will say is may God bless each and everyone for always watching our videos. Once again, we take this opportunity to urge you to share our videos, like it, and subscribe for us. For someone to come across our channel and also benefit from what we are sharing here. In today's edition, we are going to discuss about a topic: set yourself for financial freedom. Set yourself for financial freedom. What do we mean by setting yourself for financial freedom? As you know, this channel, our main priority is what? Farming and then investment. That's farming and investment. So today, before we can set ourselves free for financial freedom, and our main priority or our content is what? Farming, that's the livestock, and then the investment, that's the stock market. Yes, maybe you are doing what? 9-to-5 job, or you are doing your own small job like sole proprietorship. But all this, before you can set yourself free for financial freedom, there's a little bit that all of us need to know. A little education that all of us, we need to know and learn. First, let's go with what? The livestock. Let's say you have some animals that you have in your farm, and they are hot, giving birth to you, and they are multiplying, and you are also selling them. Okay, you are selling them, and the money is what? Coming. The money keep on coming, keep on coming. At the end of the day, what is important is what you do with what? The money that comes to your hands. Because every business minded person is what? Someone who is looking for what? Profit. That's your reward. So you always what? Subtract your cost from what? Your revenue to get your profit. And always we aim of what? Getting more revenue and reducing what? The cost. That's why we started teaching about how to manage the feed. for your animals. Because the more we have control with less cost-effective feed, that's when we will be able to increase our revenue. What do I mean? Let's say I manage to buy less quality feed or more quality feed by spending less to buy. And at the end of the day, selling the animals at a certain price. So let's say I spend less with the cost, the medication, labor, and then the feeding is like this. And then the revenue selling them, the price is like this. So when I subtract the cost from the revenue, then it means I'm going to get enough. The revenue is going to exceed the cost. It means I'm going to have more profit. By still having set myself free for financial freedom. Before someone can say that, oh, I have set myself for financial freedom, it means your money is working for you. And how can your money work for you? That's where we need to take part in the stock market and then the business. Because the farming that we are doing is business. So as the profit is coming, then we have to send the money. We need to send the money to go and work for us. It's not that we do this 9-to-5 job, 9-to-5 job, 9-to-5 job, night, day, and always spending our time like some of us are doing. Yes, we can still do the 9-to-5 job that we are doing and still manage to let our money work for us by sending our money to the stock market to buy some of the ETFs, the mutual funds. That's little. Let's say each month, if you are able to buy, let's say S&P 500, one share of S&P 500, and we keep on doing it, dollar cost averaging every month. It doesn't matter if the price is up or down. We need to keep on dollar costing average. And as you are getting the dividend and also the capital appreciation, still we need to leave the money in. This interest, we need to leave it to send it also to go and work. And we need to give ourselves a certain amount of years. Thus, we need to have long-term perception of the investment. So we need to follow today's topic. That's what we need to set ourselves for financial freedom. The financial freedom, that's our money need to work for us. Our money need to work for us so that we don't need to work to get money. Our monies need to work for us to get money. That is when one can say that now I have set myself free financially. So any job, any work that you are doing, keep on doing it. But the main thing or the main concern about today's topic is what? Make sure at the end of the month, you send some of your money to go and work for you. And keep on doing it until you reach a time that you know that your investment can sustain you. You don't need to work to sustain yourself, pay the bills, do other things, but your investment can what? Help you to overcome this. I quite remember somewhere 2019, I was at work and a gentleman came and shook my hand and was asking me some question and asked me, where do you come from? And I told him, I'm from Ghana. Because he said, originally, where do you come from? And I said, I'm from Ghana. He said, yeah, Ghana, a great country. And I said, why do you want to go and do investment there? And the gentleman told me, no. As you see me like this, I don't need to work again. Because my investment, I can get more than 10,000 pounds. I was shocked. And if you look at the man is not even up to 45 years. But he told me he has stopped working because every month he made it a point at a certain time of his age, that at this time he's not going to work again. His investment need to work for him. That's his money need to work for him to pay his bills and other thing. But that time, I think I made a mistake. I should have asked him what type of investment he has, but I didn't do that. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot from that conversation I had with that man. That was 2019. Then I started also doing a lot of research, a lot of reading about this, because one thing also, I did not also take the man his contact number. That's when I started joining this Bitcoin, other investment, forex trading, other investment here and then, going to the Heathrow hotels, doing seminars, doing this. I was learning, losing money. But all this while, I was going with my wife. Both of us were losing a lot of money with a couple of friends. But for me, in my mind, I made it a point that I am learning. I'm in the process of learning. So all this amount of money that I was losing wasn't my concern, but my concern was what? To learn and know. I kept the job I was doing, and then that's where I came by the stock market. But the stock market, because we are not the experts, we don't need to choose any stock, individual stock, because you are not going to be a day trader, because the market is so volatile, up, down, and we don't have time to follow this to know that, oh, the market is up, so I need to take my profit. But no. Then I say, okay, we need to be what? A long-term investor, long-term investors, and also dollar costing averaging. The dollar costing averaging is what? Every month, it doesn't matter if the price is high, I buy. The next, if the price is down, I buy. So I'm not looking at what? The price. All that I care is what? Every month I'm able to buy some. And also position myself at a certain age with the aim of what? Reaching a point that the profit or the interest that I will get on my investment will exceed my monthly expenditure. For me also to say that now I am what? Financially free. I have my financial freedom. Because our main content is what? Farming and then investment. As you can see today I have talked a lot about the investment part of it. So at this juncture, I will go back to the farming also. Because I am doing, what should I say, dollar costing at the stock market side. What about the farming side? The farming side is also, let's say I have 10 animals, either goat, sheep, pig, cow, bears, or this. All that I care about is what? I need to make sure I progress gradually by spending less on the feeding, so that when I start selling, I can increase what? The revenue, so that when I subtract the cost from the revenue, the profit margin will be enough for me to invest. I hope everyone is learning. I hope all of us are learning from today's conversation. Yes, I hope we are learning. So, before we can what? Make sure we reduce the cost by the feeding. The previous video that we did before this one, we talked about what? The time to plant our feed. So let's say at this time, you start planting any of the feed, either soya, beans, groundnut, cassava, corn or maize. What should I say? Any feed that you think your land can take, plant it. And within the next 6 months to 1 year, when the harvest time is there, then we harvest. And then the ones that we need to use molasses to save, to store, to do our silage, we do. And the one that we can also preserve, we do. So that the year ahead of us, the cost of the feeding will drop. That's why we are going to have what? Quality, but cost effective, because we have grown it ourselves and we know how quality it is to feed our animals, for them to get good health, good growth, good meat, so that we can also put them into the market. And with this, our profit margin is going to be wide. And another thing is, before we can set ourselves for financial freedom, we need to understand money. We need to understand money. Money goes to someone who knows how to use it, not anyone who is looking for it. Someone who can hold it, send it to go and work. That's why we see all these rich people, these people, yes, because they understand the purpose and the work of money. whereby some we are just working 9 to 5, then we pay the bills, we come back 9 to 5, at the end of the month, the bills come and then we pay. And those who understand it, they send the money to go and work for them, and they use the interest to pay their bills. And another thing is, we need to live frugally. We need to live a frugal life. Stop buying, impulse buying. We need to stop impulse buying. Not everything that we need to buy. If the thing is not in need, or let's say necessity, we don't need to go and buy it, so that we can send the money to go and work for us. Going to buy something, I don't want to mention any name because it's someone's business. That's why I have made it a point that instead of mentioning some items, I'll just make it what? General. Going to buy something like what? 200 pounds or $200 or 200 euros, that you use it once, and before you can use it, maybe another 2 months or 1 month before you use it. Then our advice is invest that money into the stock market and use the interest to buy what you're supposed to buy. I hope everyone is learning. We need to stop the impulse buying. We need to stop the impulse buying and focus on what? Investing. This is Farm Delight _TV. If today happens to be the first time that you have joined us, every Tuesday or Monday we come live, so you can join us by bringing in your pen or your notebook so that you can also jot down something, and when the time comes, you can do your research also. All that we are doing here is for education purposes. So you also need to do your research about what we are teaching here for you to be on top. Because personally, I did a lot of research and a lot of seminars from 2018, 19, 20. That was when I was spending a lot. So I can say I spent about 3 years to learn this. Although back at that time, I have already started the farming back home, but I needed just a little understanding about how to handle the money. Because if I have not understood the money at that time, certain things that I bought for the farming, I could have waited and invest that money. But now all these things has been taken away from the farm. I can't even locate where it is. But if I have known this, that I am talking or I am teaching, I would have corrected myself back then by putting all this amount into the stock market. And like I said earlier on, it's not any stock that you have to pick. Either you pick individual stock that pay good dividend, that's good. Individual stock that pays good dividend is good to buy. Then you don't need to pick any individual stock. If they don't pay dividend, don't buy. Then you buy what? The ETFs, S&P 500, FTSE 100, FTSE 250, and also some of the mutual funds. as well as what? The ISA. All these things are what? Good stock to pick. Yeah, the S&P 500, let's say for the past I'll give about 4 years, according to my calculation, and the little one that it has even risen up to, let's say, 24%, which is good. Example, let's say if I have continued focusing on that one, by now I can say I'm going, but because let's say I said we need to put a little into the farming and a little into this, so it got to a time we stop the stock and we focus on what? The farming, because that's the business part of it, and then the stock is what? The investment part of it. So all this while we are focusing on the two. That's the farming, the business, and then the stock, the investment. So when the farming, everything is set and we start what? Selling, that's where we are going to stop investing there and also focus on what? The stock. And it's not any stock that we are going to pick at the market. So our advice is what? Go for the ETFs. Exchange traded fund. Go for those ones because it's what? A bulk of stock coming together, and you are going to pick what? Your share. You are going to pick your part from it. Okay. I hope we are learning. So each and every one need to set himself or herself for financial freedom. We can't work 40 years before we go on retirement and then you spend the 10 or 15 years and then you die. No, we can't continue doing this. At least if we did not enjoy the life at our early stages, at a certain stage, we need to enjoy the life. So if you are now doing what? 9 to 5 job, don't worry, continue doing it, but learn about the way money works. Learn about money. You can go to YouTube, like we are teaching here. You can go to other platforms and learn how money works. If you can find some seminars, go there, learn from there. If you have any mentor, go and learn from there. If there's any financial book that you come across, like we do every month, get a book for yourself, series, get a book and read it. You need to educate yourself about money, how it works. If you understand how money works, then you'll be a winner. You'll be a winner. Because if you continue doing this 9 to 5 and we keep on doing impulse buying, every year, I think April or May, the raise that you get, then you increase your lifestyle. So always you see that the little amount that you are getting every month, because the bills keep on coming and keep on increasing, you can survive. So now we need a mind shift. We need to change the narrative. We need to change the narrative. Live frugally. Live frugally. Spend less. Going to work, if you can go with your packed lunch, perfect. If you can walk to work, perfect. Because the little money that you are saving the £2, $1, €2 that you are saving, that's what is going to make you set yourself free financially tomorrow. But if we don't value the pound, the euro, the dollar that we are getting today, and we keep on throwing it away, doing this impulse buying, then it means we will continue work to the age 67 years. So we need to educate ourselves. We need to change our mind and learn about how money works. Sorry, how it works. We need to know how Sordi, Sika, cash, how it works. We need to send it to go and work for us. I know some people are scared about the stock market. Yes, but at this time, the advice is don't be scared, be bold, but go for what? The long term. Have the long term investment perception. Don't go for the medium or the short term because the market is volatile. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. So always the short term people are what? The losers. They sell it, and the long term people who are doing the dollar cost averaging always buy it, and then at the end of the day, they become the winners. I think we've mentioned a couple of things that we need to do to set ourselves for financial freedom. Because today, one thing that we have what? Hammer on it is what? How to handle the money, how to get it, how to keep it, and how to multiply it. That's why I keep on saying we need to send it to go and work for us. Yes, we need to send the money to go and work for us. We don't need to spend it. Because going to work all night and then you get paid and you think, oh, today, this month, I receive a lot. And then you start what? Jubilating, and then you start what? Buying. Forgetting that you go to the night job again. Look at all this stress that you go through. So first, before we can set ourselves for financial freedom, first we need to find a job. That's a work to do. After getting the work to do, we are going to get what? Monthly pay or salary. As soon as it starts coming, we need to make a budget. Every month, we need to have a budget. No, I have to pay this rent. I have to pay this light. I have to pay this gas. I have to pay this water. I have to pay this. You see, the providers, the energy, we need to make the budget for all this and the council tax, everything, the diesel, the petrol, the methanol that we buy. We have to budget everything. The food, the transport, because the transport is the one that I said, the diesel or the petrol or the methanol. So all come together. We need to make the budget. So the budget, let's say now we are in May. So we need to have a budget for June. So by the time you receive what? The June pay or this, we already know how much we are going to what? Spend. So as soon as we receive our pay, or our booster paga or our pay slip, then you look at it and then you go and check your budget. Then you know, oh, can I pay this month? Can I pay all my bills? Okay, if I pay my bills, how much is it going to be leftovers? Is it 20, 10, 5? Okay, if it is 5, then let me keep 1. And then straight away you send the 4 to go and work for you. It doesn't matter how much big or small it is. What matters is what you have sent to go and work for you. It will be good and better that you have a share inside the company that you are working for. Example, let's say some of the supermarkets around, if you have a share there, you would love to go and shop there because you know at the end of the quarter or 6 months or this, when the company starts or supermarket starts giving out the dividend, you are going to get your share. So you always love to go and do your shopping there. And let's say you work there and you have what? A share there. You work with what? Happiness, because you know, I need to do the job well so that at the end of the day, I'm going to get some dividend. And when the dividend comes, you don't take it. You keep it, you send it. That's where you are going to realize what? The compound interest. The compound interest. The compound interest. That's going to make you what? Set yourself for financial freedom. I hope we are learning today. If you have any question, you can bring it. If you can't answer today, next week, we are going to pick the question that you bring as a topic, and then we discuss about it. So today, we want everyone to start doing the research and studies about how money works. How money works. Because I have already given out some. Money need to be sent to go and work. You don't need to be kept or hold. One, because of inflation. If you keep it every day, every week, when the prices start going up, you lose the value. So you send it to go and work for you so that it can compete with what the inflation, and you don't lose the value of it. Let's go back to the farming again. Let's say the livestock are there. And this is the time to do the crops. So you try to plant the one that you use to feed your animals. You don't plant the one that you are going to sell. You plant the one that you are going to use to pay your staff their monthly pay, and also the one that you use to feed them. So if you are able to do this, and let's say the one that you get can take you to the next 6 or 8 months without you taking your own money to go and buy food or pay your staff, then it means you are going to be ahead on top of the business that you are doing. So let us all try and be a smart investors. The investors or the investment, we have chosen the two, the business part of it, and then the investment into the stock market. That's what we are focusing on. So first, when it comes to the business part of it, the farming, the livestock, you have them, they will give birth to us, all right. But we need to make sure we take control over the feeding so that we don't spend much on the feeding for us to increase our the revenue. And through that, we can get a lot to push into the stock market. And all this why the focus is on long term. Long term. So guys, I hope everyone is learning. And today's video, I think, is good for those who are now coming, up and coming, let's say from the 20 to 25 years to 30 years. If you are able to take this advice serious and focus, remember the story that I shared earlier on, the gentleman that I met 2019, less than 45 years, he's already on retirement. And he told me his investment is what? Giving him more than 10,000 a month, so he don't need to work again. Yes, he did well. Supposing he start at the age of 18 or 20, it means 20 or let's say 25 years continuous investment that man did for himself. And that made me also start doing my research. That's why I came about this stock market. The stock market, initially, I lost a lot because I was picking just any stock that I would hear. They say, this one is going, this one is good, this one that I'll be buying. And I found out, no. I was making a lot of mistake. And through this research and learning and the studies, that's why I came about what? I don't need to pick any stock. I need to go for what? The ETFs and the individuals stock that pay dividend. And as they are paying the dividend, I don't take it, I live with it, and then the compound one starts setting in. So the young ones who are coming, take this advice. A little drop of water make a mighty ocean. So don't say that, oh, I need to get £1,000 before I start investing. I need to get, no, start with £1. Do you remember the money box that we talk about? It's just a P, 1p. 1p money box. They will invest it for you. So start from 1p, £1, £2, €1. You don't need to wait to get 100 euro. No. €1. Start from it. So as you can see, we are learning. And give yourself 15 to 25 years, continuous investing. 15 to 25 years, continuous investing. It doesn't matter if you are 50 years, 55 years, 60 years, you can still do it. If you are 60 years and you give yourself, oh, now I'm going to sacrifice the next 10 years to do this investment. By the time you reach 70 years, you can have a comfortable retirement, because already the one that you have with the government, forget about that one and do your own. Focus on the one that you want. I hope everyone is learning. I hope all of us are learning. Even myself, I am learning. Anytime that I pick up a book or I start doing any teaching or mentoring someone, although I'm the one talking, but still I am learning. I do learn a lot. Every environment that I find myself, I learn from there. If I meet any little child, what the little child will do, I will learn something from it. If I meet any adult, the behavior, I learn something from it. Aggressive person, I learn something. Someone who is calm, I learn something from that person. So always I keep on learning. So guys, let's take today's video conversation serious and take action now. Procrastination, we need to take it out from our mind. Procrastination, no. And let us focus. Let all of us focus. I hope we have learned a lot about today's conversation, how we need to set ourselves for financial freedom. I'll go back and mention it once again. First, we need to understand how money works. 2, we need to take part at the stock market. 3, the business part of it, the livestock. 4, we need to lead a frugal life. 5, we need to stop procrastination. And with this, we are going to make it. With this, we are going to make it. This is Farm Delight _TV. If today happens to be the first time that you've come across our channel, every Tuesday we do live video, and also we have a lot of videos. You can visit our channel, that's Farm Delight _TV. We have a lot of videos there. And also, we kindly ask you to like our videos, subscribe, and share so that our brothers and sisters can come across our channel to join us to learn what we are sharing here. This is your man, Charles Bento. Once again, I thank all our faithful subscribers and the viewers. All that I will say is, may God bless you. Bye.